We can hear you.
I am agree.
Yeah. I think we have quorum, so we can get started. To note, I am on Zoom, so if we do have any difficulties, we might have to ask someone, Steve Garcia, to facilitate. But I think I will be okay. Okay. I call this meeting to order, the special board meeting for Coachella Valley Unified School District, July 24, 2025. The information we did post that I will be joining by Zoom, and the information was provided on the agenda. We have 1.2 Pledge of Allegiance. If we could have Trustee Torres, if you could lead us on the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, everyone stand, right hand over your heart, ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to 1.3, we could please, Edgar, if you could help us with roll call.
Yes. So roll call, President Jocelyn Vargas via Zoom. Clerk Valerie Garcia.
Present.
Trustee Joey Acuna. Trustee Jesus Gonzalez. Trustee Thomas Tortes.
Here.
And Trustee Trinidad Arredondo.
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're moving on to 2.1, closed session public comments. This is an opportunity for members of the public to address the governing board regarding any closed session items within the board's subject matter jurisdiction. Please complete a request to address the governing board form and hand it to the recording secretary. Speakers will be limited to 3 minutes per person, with a maximum of 20 minutes to each subject matter. If Edgar, if you could please call out any in-person public closed session public comments.
So we have one for subject item 2.1, conference with labor negotiator. The person's name is Brianna Lomelli, and this is CSEA bilingual psychologist technician.
Just for the record, my name is Bianca Lomeli, not Brianna.
I apologize.
So do we have that correct, Bianca? Okay. Do we have the... Okay. Good evening, President, board members, superintendent, and cabinet. Thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. I'm here to urge immediate action regarding the unresolved agreement with CSEA on the bilingual psychologist technicians for the upcoming 25-26 school year. Psychologists are scheduled to return on August 4th. From day one, we must begin reviewing case lists, preparing assessment plans, and scheduling annual and triennial IEP meetings. But none of this can be done effectively or legally without the support of the bilingual psychologist technicians. So I ask, who will be scheduling these meetings? Who will be contacting non-English speaking parents for consent? Who will assist with translations during interviews and complete the required documentation for compliance? Without BPTs, these tasks will fall through the cracks. And when school begins, federal timelines begin. Missing them means we are out of compliance, and the consequences are real and costly. Let me be clear, this is not just a staffing issue, it's a legal and financial risk. Districts across California have learned this the hard way. San Diego Unified paid over $2 million to settle due process cases last year. Poway Unified paid $1.1 million. Sweetwater paid nearly $400,000. On average, California districts lose over $1 million annually in special education litigation. One case alone can cost more than 10 times the annual salary of a BPT. And what does a bilingual psychologist technician cost this district? An estimated $74,000 a year. This isn't cost savings. It's penny wise and lawsuit foolish. If this isn't resolved before the school year begins, the district will likely realize mid-year that it cannot function without these positions. At that point, instruction will be interrupted, services delayed, and lawsuits will start piling up. The cost in dollars, trust, and time will be far greater than the cost of doing the right thing today. And let's not ignore this. The Riverside County Office of Education is now dictating what our elected board members can and cannot propose. That is a direct challenge to local governance and your ability to represent our community. I urge this board to act now, reach an agreement with CSEA, reinstate the bilingual psychologist technicians, protect our students, maintain compliance, and preserve the integrity of this district. Let's stop gambling with legal costs and student services. Invest now and avoid chaos later. Thank you.
We have one other item, or one other speaker. The item is president's location. The person is Carissa Carrera for CVTA.
Good evening, Carissa Carrera on behalf of CVTA. Just regarding the president's location, I would like to point out that on the agenda that's printed out there, and until this morning apparently, it said location to be determined. And by law, under the Brown Act, if you're going to be on Zoom, you have to advertise within 72 hours, just like when you post the agenda of where you're going to be located, because people are supposed to be able to attend the meeting in your location if they choose to. So I would like to point out that that is a violation of the Brown Act. And I believe also that when this was posted on Monday, there also was nothing on there as an attachment for item 5.1, and today suddenly there is. And at this point, I did not have time to look over it and prepare comments to speak to tonight because I just now saw it attached. It was not there on Monday when this was posted. Again, a violation of the Brown Act. Thank you.
No more, we don't have any more comments.
I believe we were also going to open up, since we're on Zoom, if there was any participants we assume that wanted to provide public comment or for closed session. And I know we haven't done that in a while, so I don't know if folks can raise their hand if they would like to provide public comment, and they would say their name, and then they could provide the comment.
We missed the first part of what you were saying, Jocelyn.
I think since we're on Zoom, I believe we are able to provide the opportunity for anyone that's on Zoom to provide public comment as well on the closed session. But I don't know if I'm not able to see if anyone's raised their hand or anything of that sort.
The item that Carissa cited for 5.1, people could come back during open session because that is an open session item. So anyone else who would like to comment on that, there not being an attachment, is welcome to comment during the open session public comment.
Okay. I think if there's no other comments for closed session, we can motion into closed session.
So move.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Should we do roll call or all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? And we'll be back from closed session at 6:30. Thank you. Okay, we had a motion and a second to come back into open session. We have 3.2 Clerk Garcia, if you could announce action taken in closed session.
Yes. So the board took action during closed session to appoint Elizabeth Sotelo as Director of MTSS Academic Secondary Education at the District Office effective July 25th, 2025. Motion was made by Trustee Gonzalez, seconded by Trustee Arredondo, and the motion carried 5 yes, 1 no. The no was Trustee Arredondo. The next item is, in closed session, the board took action to reassign certificated administrator Dr. Sean McQuown to school principal at Westside Elementary effective July 25th, 2025, and directed the superintendent or designee to send out appropriate legal notices. The motion was made by Trustee Gonzalez, seconded by Trustee Arredondo. The motion passed, 6 yeas, or ayes. The next item is in closed session. The board took action to reassign certificated administrator Dora Flores to school principal at Saul Martinez Elementary effective July 25th, 2025, and directed the superintendent or designee to send out appropriate legal notices. The motion was made by Trustee Gonzalez, seconded by Trustee Arredondo, and it was unanimous, ayes. And that was all of the action.
Madam Clerk, just a correction to the first item, Elizabeth Sotelo, it was motioned by Mr. Gonzalez, seconded by me, not Mr. Arredondo.
Excuse me. So for board, and I did have J, I'm sorry. For Elizabeth Sotelo, it is true, motion was made by Trustee Gonzalez, seconded by Trustee Acuña. And that's all action.
Okay. Thank you. Moving on to 3.3, approval of agenda as submitted. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any comments, changes? All those in favor, if we could do a roll call, just since I'm on Zoom. So all those in favor, I can start aye, and then maybe we can start from Trustee Acuña to the right.
Roll call. Correct.
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. So the agenda was approved. 4.1, we have public comments. Public comments, introductory. Do we have public comments, right, in person?
We have one.
So introductory comments and requests to address the board on items on the adopted agenda will be considered from the audience at this time. Please complete a request to address the governing board and hand it to the recording secretary. Speakers will be limited to 3 minutes per person with a maximum of 20 minutes to each subject matter. Additionally, the person making the request should state his or her name and the name of the organization or group represented. Please be advised that the board is not always at liberty to answer questions right away. State law prohibits the board from taking any action on items not listed on the agenda. Trustee Garcia, if you could help with the public comment.
Yes, so we have one. Subject item is 2.3, conference with labor negotiator. The name of the person is Carlos Castañeda. Company is Data Assessment Specialist.
good evening, board members. Thank you, first of all, for allowing me to speak on behalf of this item. And again, I was one of the ones that was laid off. The position was a data assessment specialist, and I'm currently substituting for that same position right now. And I'm just a little bit concerned about what my absence to that department would be. And so I just want to address that here with you guys. I've had years of experience with working with our vendors, all our platform vendors. At this point right now, I am preparing all the data for the upcoming meetings and have been very instrumental to a lot of what was expected from our department in order to educate our teachers and for them to understand what gaps they have and better understand their data, not just by looking at numbers, but truly understanding what that information means and how they can improve those test scores. And I was a big part of those data chats that happen with all our secondary sites. And I'm afraid that with my absence of not being there, that that project that took so long to get off, to get up and running is going to have an impact. And I have a lot of teachers and administrators who really look towards me to be able to help them and assist them in creating these data reports and identifying those gaps. And I also want to talk on behalf of my other colleagues as well, because their jobs also have a huge impact. I mean, I just can't wrap my head around what the school year is going to look like on the first day of school, because even though some of those other staff members that were let go, like instructional media techs and ELSA's, me being an ELSA for 10 years at Cesar Chavez, it was much more than just being an ELSA. It was making sure that kindergarten students got transitioned into their classroom, building that rapport with the community, making them feel comfortable in those first couple of days, helping out with registrations, and ensuring that everything went smooth on those first days. It wasn't just sitting behind an office and allowing the office staff to just kind of handle all these situations that arise. So I know that there's been some decisions that have been made, but I urge you to reconsider, because this impact is going to affect our community very much. Thank you for your time.
Other in-person public comment?
I don't have any more papers. We're hearing no.
And then I don't know if there was anyone on Zoom that wanted to speak as well. Okay. We can move on to 5.1 action items under administrative services. So action item 5.1, Dr. Esparza's is trustee resignation, board decision and action in filling the CVUSD board vacancy. Do we have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to amend the timeline as follows. From the beginning tonight, Thursday, July 24th, special board meeting, board approves to move forward with making a provisional appointment and to discuss legal qualifications of applicants. Board approves to have another special board meeting to interview all candidates. Superintendent will provide board with suggested interview questions to review. These are suggested interview questions that have been advised to use by our legal counsel. Friday, July 25th, staff advertised in local media to solicit candidate applications for 10 business days, not 10 regular days, and advise candidates that if they are if they do, and advise candidates that the interview date will be August 12th, which I'll mention later on. Closing day for the applications will be Thursday, August 7th. Friday, August 8th. Staff contact the registrar of voters to ensure candidates are registered in the district. And again, we don't have to wait till the last day to give them all of the candidates. They can give the candidates as they are applying. Delete the whole tentative dates, the board meeting to choose candidates to interview. The tentative special board meeting will be Tuesday, August 12th. Board of Education shall, in compliance with the Brown Act, interview all candidates at a public meeting with 5 minutes for an opening statement and 10 minutes of questions from the board, except oral and written public communications. Thursday, August 14th, 2025, regular board meeting. Board of Education shall, in compliance with the Brown Act, accept oral and written public communication, select a provisional appointee by a majority vote. Newly appointed board member takes oath of office and immediately assumes all the powers and duties of the board, of a board member, and that appointee holds the office until the next regularly scheduled district election, which will be in November of 2026. The reason I made these changes is that I do believe that anyone who applies should have an opportunity to interview. I don't believe that us as board members or staff should decide who gets to or who does not get to interview. The only criteria for this position is that they're 18 years old, they're a citizen of the United States, and that they live in the district. Technically, those are the only 3 qualifications they need to be on this. Board members can pick and choose their own criteria for selecting, but I believe that everyone that applies should be interviewed. Whether I like them, I don't like them, it should not matter. We should respect the fact that they took the time to do this, that we should interview them. And by eliminating that middle one, it gives us more dates. It gives us 10 business days, actual working days to do this. So there's my amended motion.
Could we, because it's a number of changes, could we go down the line just to make sure we have everything that you noted? So on the first date, the July 24th, you're recommending that we change which pieces? Just so that we're all on the same page, or should we just go down the line?
You want me to read them again one by one?
Yeah, I would say just so that we're all comfortable and just make sure that everyone's okay with those pieces, or what would be the best way to discuss? Because it sounds like there's a number of
An
things.
amendment to it. If there's a second, it moves forward. If there's no second, then it doesn't. Pretty simple. But I can go through it again if you want, if you guys didn't catch them all. So basically, tonight, the board approves to move forward with making a provisional appointment to discuss legal qualifications of applicants. I deleted the part of desired because each individual of us desires different things. The board approves to have another special board meeting to interview all candidates. That board meeting would be August 12th. And strike all the other parts. And then superintendent will provide the board with suggested interview questions to review. Friday, July 25th, staff advertisement in local media to solicit candidate applications for 10 business days instead of 10 regular days. That would take us to Thursday, August 7th, which is the closing date for the application, which would be business hours, 5 o'clock would be the closing date. And again, the superintendent will set up if that's, in-person drop-off, an actual application, hard copy, or online, however they set that process up. Friday, August 11th, Friday,
12.
yeah, Friday, August 8th, they contact the registrar of voters to ensure the candidates are registered in the district. And again, you don't have to wait till the last day to give them all to them. You can be giving to them as they're coming in. Then on Monday, August 11th, staff will provide the board with a list of qualified applicants for review. I don't believe it can be confidential. It's an open process, so all names have to be public. Strike all the tentative dates for deciding who we do or do not want to interview, and then move on to Tuesday, August 12th, For the board meeting shall, in compliance with the Brown Act, interview all candidates present at the public meeting, give them a 5-minute opening statement and 10 minutes for questions, accept all oral and public comment. Thursday, August 14th, which is our regular scheduled board meeting, again, in compliance with the Brown Act, accept oral or written public comment, put on the agendas to select the provisional appointee by a majority vote. Then the newly appointed board member takes the oath of office and immediately assumes all the powers and duties of a board member. And then they hold that position until the next regularly scheduled board meeting or election, which is in November of 2026. Again, my two main points were that we shouldn't decide who we will or will not interview. I just think that's unfair to the people applying. And also that it's 10 business days instead of 10 weekend days as well, regular days. That gives more applicants an opportunity to get prepared and to give their stuff. And then obviously there's an application I assume that the district already is going to use, and that will be posted online. People can get it, deliver it in person, or deliver it online by close of business day, 5 o'clock on Thursday, August 7th. That is my amendment to 5.1.
Do we have a second? And then we'll open up for discussion or further input.
You said Thursday, August 7th?
Mm-hmm. Is that not a Thursday? No, not Thursday, August 7th. Tuesday, August 12th is the actual interview day, I'm sorry.
Okay.
August 7th is the close date for applications.
Do we have a second to the motion?
Board meeting,
Special meeting
special board meeting?
to do the interviews. That was the date that was recommended originally, so that's why I stuck with that date.
Thursday, August 7th is when,
You can do it on Monday if you like, it doesn't matter. I try to keep the same recommended dates that they had to begin with.
Do we have a second? And then we can discuss if there's any other amendments or other feedback.
I'll second for the matter of discussion.
So Mr. Tortes, is bringing, you're raising August 12th as do you have a recommendation or input? I can hear.
No, it has to be before the 14th, our regular board meeting. Our deadline is 17th? No. Okay. The 14th is our hard date to actually pick.
Oh, okay.
So it has to be before that. You could do it on Monday or Wednesday if those work, unless you're going to be gone that full morning.
The whole week, yeah. The week before, the week after. I can be on Zoom, yeah. All right, we can do it on Zoom. On the 11th, at 5:30? Yeah.
Which one are you doing now? You'd rather do it on Monday, the 11th?
No,
or-
11th to 12th, 5:30 is fine, yeah.
Okay,
It's on Zoom.
all right.
And Dr. Esparza, these dates and times are in line with the county.
yes, we've been working with the county on this timeline.
And legally, we're able to do this, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
The only change is if you wanted to interview one candidate, two candidates, it was up to the board to decide. But what Mr. Acuna is offering is that all candidates that apply be interviewed. That's the only change.
And I agree with that. I think those wanting to be appointed should have the opportunity to come state their case.
Is there other feedback?
I'll go with the board majority. I think it's fine, not making, not cutting anyone out who is qualified is fine with me. I'd like to hear anybody who's willing and qualified.
This would also mean that we would post this tomorrow, correct, Dr. Esparza?
Yes. Yes, we're working on a press release already that's going to go out with this information.
We're keeping the August 12th date. I didn't catch that.
I'm sorry?
We're keeping the August, I don't know if, I couldn't hear Mr. Cortez if he was suggesting a change to the interviews, or we're keeping the August 12th date as you.
It'll be on Zoom.
He's available through Zoom.
Okay,
The question on that, but yeah, I'm in support.
okay. Yeah, I agree with the changes, and making sure that we keep it open for 10 business days as opposed to 10 days. But if there's no other comments, maybe we can roll call. All those in favor, aye?
Madam President, my executive secretary is going to call roll so that we can hear everybody's vote.
Thank you.
Trustee Acuña,
Aye.
Trustee Torres,
Aye.
Trustee Arredondo,
Aye.
Trustee Garcia,
Aye.
Trustee Vargas.
Aye. Motion passes, so we're moving on to action item human resources 6.1.
Madam
Uh,
President,
Oh, sorry.
to read out the decision.
Oh,
All right. So the board took action to move forward with the provisional appointment to fill the existing vacancy for former board trustee Silvia Paz, as provided by Education Code Section 5091A, and directed the superintendent to initiate the process to backfill the vacancy. Motion was made by trustee Acuña, seconded by trustee Arredondo, and motion was unanimous, five yes.
okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. So now moving on to 6.1, action item human resources, Dr. Monica Makowicz. Approval of the tentative agreement between Coachella Valley Teachers Association and Coachella Valley Unified School District dated June 5th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Open it up for questions, comments. No comments? If there's no comments, Dr. Sparks.
Can you do the roll call vote?
Roll call. Trustee Acuña,
No.
Trustee Torres.
Aye.
Trustee Arredondo,
Aye.
Trustee Vargas,
Aye.
Trustee Garcia,
Aye.
motion passes.
Okay, we don't have 7.1, we don't have any other closed session items. So we'll move on to 7.2, motion to adjourn. Can I get a motion?
So move.
Second,
Second.
and roll call?
Trustee Acuña,
Aye.
Trustee Torres,
Aye.
Trustee Arredondo,
Aye.
Trustee Vargas,
Aye.
Trustee Garcia.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.